This is ridiculous. Nobody needs this much clothes. Welcome to another episode of the Mareathon, and happy Saturday. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Lace up and subscribe today. I had a very specific question in the Mareathoner Facebook group, which I'm gonna answer today, and I'm really looking forward to it. Wearing my You Do You sweatshirt with the arrow, link below if you'd like to buy one. I'm having salad using this dressing, the Asian apricot dressing from Little Creek. It's delicious. And then I'm making these vegetable gyoza dumplings. Having a second cup of coffee in this beautiful mug, which a couple of you gave me. While my lunch cooks, why don't I read the question and we start to get into it. Wasn't necessarily directed towards me, and there were some really fantastic responses in the group, but I thought I would throw my 2 cents into the ring, and there was something I wanted to do today anyway, so it's perfect. It says, trying to organize my life to hopefully relieve some stress and anxiety about the cleanliness of my house because it's terrible. What are some of your organization hacks that you can share in all rooms of the house? Help a girl be happy in her home again. Well, at least you're mindful and aware that that's what you want. I think that's the first step. This has been something that's been so important to me for the last probably 3 years. I would say when things started to get the most stressful with Thomas's health and Jeremy's health, I kind of turned that into really wanting a calm, clean space. Let me just check my lunch. And if you watched the live vision board workshop the other night, I was talking about this, how for the last couple of years, simplifying my space has been something I've been mindfully doing, and I couldn't even quantify how much it's improved the quality of my life. So at least you're on the right track. Now, if this is something that has gotten out of hand and is something that's super overwhelming, it can be so hard to start. What I would recommend to you is make a list. Make a list of everything that you want to do. I did this after Jeremy passed away. I had a note in my phone of everything I wanted to change in the house, and then I had another note of everything that I wanted to buy, and I slowly just ticked away at the list. But before I allowed myself to really buy much, I started to purge. And I've been purging my house now for a good few years, and it is so cleansing, so gratifying, and it will really help your mental health. I truly believe that a cluttered house is a cluttered mind and a cluttered life, and I can only say that from experience. So if you're feeling anxious in your home with the cleanliness of it, the less you own, the less you have to clean and keep tidy, and it's a really good domino effect. So if you have a ton of stuff out, you're always gonna have to make sure that that's organized, but if you have less knickknacks and less decor, it's less to clean, less to dust, less to make sure that it's in its place. And it can be incredibly overwhelming. So start that list, and you can even do it room by room. My camera's about to run out of memory, BRB. Okay, make a list of everything that you want done. Do I have salad on my face? No, we're good. And what I would do is go to that room and then itemize every single thing you want to do. So I'll just use my kitchen right now for an example. Would be the pantry, which you know I just did. But then also something as small as the Tupperware drawer, which drives me crazy. The junk drawer right now, my cookbooks. Like, I still have cookbooks for meat. This is something I could get rid of. So pick a room and do each room at a time. And then in that room, make very specific notes of like what you want to do. And this might seem like a waste of time, but then once you've done each room, like, so that's what mine would be for the kitchen right now. And I did that for my spare room. Wanted to make sure that everything was, you know, how I wanted it to be. And the living room, like right now, just looking around, I could go through Thomas's books and probably get rid of 3/4 because they're too young for him. I need to go through his toys, and I could probably get rid of maybe half of them. And then it starts to become less overwhelming because you start to make a plan. you may not even know what you want done. Like say you're just looking in your living room and being like, I hate this space. I would start purging. Like purging to me is the first place. Like get rid of anything that no longer serves you. Get rid of anything that doesn't bring you joy. And this can be really difficult because you may feel really strong like emotions or memories toward it. But if you no longer have that item, it doesn't mean you don't have the memory anymore, right? But if it's stressing you out and you feel like you have to keep it, why? But if it's making you anxious, why, you know? So that's what I do, and I keep like a running list in my phone of things that I wanna do, things that I need to do, things that then I wanna change, but I would really caution against buying anything until you purge because, like I said, it's definitely been my experience that less is more. And there was a really interesting point in the group today about how if you need a ton of tubs to store stuff, you have too much stuff. Like what are you storing and why are you storing it? For me, my storage room is such, like I need to go through it. I need to start it. So that's on my list to do. I am hesitant for a few reasons. One, I never see it, so it's easy to put off. And two, it's gonna be super emotional and difficult because so much of it is Jer stuff that I took down, but I didn't wanna get rid of. So for me, that's a real sticking point. I'll probably wait until I have someone here to do it with me. I thought it would be my like winter project, but it hasn't like called to me at all, so I haven't done it. But something I am gonna do today, and I thought I would show you, is I'm gonna go through my clothes. And this has been something that's been bothering me for a good, like, probably month, but I just have not had the time to do it. I haven't made the time to do it. But I have too many clothes, and to a point where my drawers are overstuffed. I just wear the same thing because I do my laundry, I put my clothes away, and then I just take out whatever's on top. So week after week, I'm just wearing the same thing, but like 3/4 of my clothes never get worn, and I just hate that. So I'm gonna go through them and be ruthless again. I usually do this like twice a year. I try to get rid of anything that's like stained or ripped or I don't like or I never wear. So it's good to do it, I find, like at the end of a season. So end of summer and end of winter. And if I haven't worn something all summer, I'll really look at it and be like, why didn't I wear this? Or maybe in the winter I have like too many sweaters. Well, I don't need all of these sweaters. And I think it's good to do also so that you have a solid idea of what you already own before you go shopping, so that you're not coming home with something that you basically already own, which I definitely have done. It's a lot of work to get to the place of it being tidy, but then I try really hard to not just let it go and get overwhelmed with it. That's why I really like to tidy my kitchen at the end of the night so that in the morning I'm starting fresh. And I don't do it every night, but most days I do. Or once I finished a meal, like now, I'll make sure that like the dishes are put in the dishwasher and the stuff's put in the garbage and the stuff's back in the fridge. So you can just tidy as you go. A couple of years ago, I gave the tip too, which I still get comments on, that it helps people. If something's gonna take you less than 60 seconds, don't put it off. So instead of leaving your dishes on the counter, just put them in the dishwasher. That's gonna take you 10 seconds. Or when you take your clothes off at night, instead of just leaving them on the floor, put them in the hamper. Like, it's gonna take you 0.2 of a second, but it's gonna keep things tidier. Another tip for keeping things tidy when it comes to clothes is I only have one laundry hamper, and that hamper is for Thomas's stuff and my stuff, and it used to be for Jer's stuff. It's for bedding, it's for towels, tea towels, everything. So I used to have 3 different hampers, one for each of us, but then I wouldn't do laundry until those hampers were full, and then it was like a full day of laundry or like a week of laundry to catch up on. But now when that one hamper is full, it's basically 2 loads, and that to me just seems much more manageable. Wow, I have way more to say on this topic than I expected. I could just sit here and talk about it. Good question. That I think is the best way to simplify. Start room by room and then break it down, even if it's drawer by drawer. Like for me, the junk drawer and the Tupperware, that would be 2 different things on my list. And then once you have your big list, make a promise to yourself and start just doing it. Like, no one is too busy to do 1 drawer a week or 1 drawer a day or tackle a room. And if you're gonna be sitting watching Netflix anyway, or you're gonna be sitting watching YouTube and you're gonna be scrolling your phone at the same time, put your phone down and organize. That's what I'm just about to do. I'm gonna go watch the Mindy Project while I go through my dresser. So I think you have to get over the excuses and commit to it while you watch a video of mine. Most of them are like 15 minutes long. You could probably be doing a drawer or your closet or under your bathroom sink with all your makeup or whatever it is. Get rid of stuff and be like, this is one of my favorite things to do. I have multiple friends who have had me come over while they go through their closet because I'm brutal and I am like, get rid of it. You have to fight for this piece of clothing right now. Like, why do you need to wear this? Are you gonna wear it tomorrow? Why are we keeping things? I know like the sentimental aspect of it is super hard, but like if you're so sentimental about like a table or a blanket, why aren't you using it? And if you're not using it, why are you keeping it? On the off chance that maybe one day, maybe. And again, we all have those things. But if you have a ton of those things, it might be time to like look at it and think, is this the best use of my space? Especially if it's stressing you out, it's not worth it. Okay, that's a lot of me chit-chatting. I'm going to tidy the kitchen and then we're gonna go upstairs to my room and I'm gonna start going through my clothes. Someone also said in that thread, like, don't underestimate the power of good music and a black garbage bag. And I was like, are we kindred spirits? Because that's one of my favorite things. We're really getting personal. So this is what my drawer looks like. This bothers me, hate this. Well, doesn't close properly. Nothing's folded. I don't even know what's in here. Jeans and workout and sweatpants and leggings. So they all look similar. So what I like to do is take everything out 1 drawer at a time, go through it, and then move on. This is ridiculous. Nobody needs this much clothes, right? That entire trash bag is packed with clothes to get rid of. Self high five. Also an entire grocery bag in the garbage of underwear and socks. And this is what the drawers look like now. Look. All that space. Here we go. There are a few things in the wash, but I'm feeling good. Feeling like everything's at least folded and that area will be filled, I'm sure, once I bring my laundry up, which is just in the dryer. Well, we just dropped off the next round of merch to the post office and the 2 giveaways for my Valentine's Day contest, which was pretty fantastic, and the Cirque du Soleil tickets that I gave away. So that was a very productive, quick stop to the mall. Now we're heading to pick up Alicia. We're gonna hang out this afternoon. So I'm gonna leave the vlog here because I feel like that was a lot of content and a lot of tips and tricks. Leave your tips below so you guys can help each other out. Obviously, I really think that it's beneficial to purge and to clean your house out and to not be overwhelmed, especially if you're already feeling like it's making you anxious and it's upsetting. It does take time and it does take effort, but I mean, it can be free or it can actually make you money if you sell some stuff. That could also be incentive to go through your things and list them on, you know, different buy and sell groups. But but it's so rewarding. It takes time and effort, and it can be a little bit difficult if you have to part with things. I sat and looked at a few pieces of clothes today that I never wear ever, but are super sentimental, and one I kept and one I got rid of. So it's so rewarding. It's great for your mental health. It's great for your space. I can't recommend it enough. So thanks for watching today. Please lace up and become a marathoner. Subscribe to my channel. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in this marathon, why not have a decluttered, clean space? It's gonna take the effort, but it is so worth it. Let me tell you. I think it's really important to have a home that you're proud of. Whether it's, you know, my first home with Jeremy was a 1-bedroom basement suite where I had to do my makeup over the kitchen garbage every morning. But, you know, we still made it our own and we were still really proud of it. It doesn't matter where you live, you can make any house a home. And on that cheesy note, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. And if you ever have questions that you think would be good for vlogs, I would be thrilled to base an entire video on it like this one, or answer it. That's what we're here for. So thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.